All right, so in this video, I'm actually going to show you how to create a company page on LinkedIn. It's not the most intuitive place or thing to find, so that's why I wanted to create a little video. But first, let me explain why if you own a business, it's important, even if you are, for example, just doing one-on-one work, it's still important for you to have a company page. So when someone goes to your profile, so we'll just go to my profile really quick. They're obviously going to scan and take a look at, some things, but they're most likely going to look at your experience. And when you don't have a company page, it's just going to kind of have a blank item here and they can't really learn more about the business. But when you do have a company page, then they can actually, your logo is going to show up and they can actually click and learn more about the business. And if you're posting and publishing content as a business, then they can even get to know a little bit about the type of content you're putting out there. But we'll just kind of scroll back up here. So as you can see, they can click through and they can see a little bit more. They can go click here to visit the website. And so it kind of adds that extra finishing touch to the business that you have. So how do we create a business page? Well, in your menu bar up here, if you have company pages, you click on this little me drop down, it's going to pull up a menu and you're going to see here the current company pages that you currently manage. Now you would think that the button would be right here for you to add a company page, but it's not. It's actually over here under this particular menu button under work. And so we're going to click here and it's actually going to provide us with a button right here, create a company page. So when we click that button, it's going to give us a few options. So small business, fewer than 200 employees, medium to large business, showcase page, which you have to have an existing page before you can do a showcase page. And then of course, educational institution. So we're going to start with just small business to keep it simple. This is less than 200 employees. So here you're going to type the name of your business, and it's going to give you a public URL. It's going to kind of automatically default to it. So we're just going to go ahead and just leave that as it is. If you have a website, then we are going to go ahead and ensure that it allows us to link to our website. So to do it properly, I always suggest that you go to your website, copy the hyperlink, and then paste it in instead of typing it in. And then we're going to go through some additional details here. We're going to select our industry. We're going to, as you can see, there's a long list of options here. Hopefully yours is one that's in the list. I know that a lot of times this can actually be a little bit difficult for depending on the industry you're in. We're going to pick marketing and advertising for mine. Company size, we're going to go with 0 to 1 employees because currently it's just me, right? Company type. So this is where you may kind of run into a little bit of a weird thing here. It's kind of like, how do you really identify what we are here? So sole proprietorship, government agency, nonprofit, yada, yada, yada. For the sake of this, I'm just going to go ahead and say self-employed. And then profile details. So you can actually upload your logo here and you can add a tagline. It gives you, what I like about LinkedIn right now is they are actually giving you the recommended pixel dimensions for your actual logo. So we're going to go ahead and grab a logo really quick from my Google Drive. Hopefully I've got one that's going to be a good size, right? I think that one's a bigger one. We'll grab that one, see how that looks. So now we have a logo. We're going to have a little tagline here. We're just going to say here, helping you How about that, right? We're going to go ahead and verify that we're an authorized representative. At this point, it's actually going to let us create the page, and it's kind of showing us what your logo looks like, kind of how it looks like with the name and your little tagline there. So we're going to go ahead and click Create Page. And now, as you can see, it gives us this awesome little builder bar. So it tells us kind of where we are, and it shows us a little checklist. I love this about LinkedIn. I just really like how they're kind of helping you ensure that you're actually optimizing your profile. So as you can see, we have a few things that we need to finish up, but I just kind of wanted to kind of show you quickly how to start this process. You want to add a cover image. That definitely kind of completes the look and feel. If you're a business, you can just use a tool like Canva and you can actually just create this dimension, and it's going to actually, when you create a new design with this dimension right here, it's actually going to go ahead and pull up some templates that you can just grab and modify to make look good. For the sake of this particular profile, I'm actually going to just stick with something fairly simple and make it kind of fun. Let's see here. We'll go with this one right here because it's kind of zoomed out. As you can see, though, it's a really wide banner and it doesn't have a lot of height to it. So you are going to have to be strategic if you want to use like one image, because it's just, you're gonna cut things off in it. So as you can see, you upload the image and it's gonna let you drag it around because I did not upload the exact dimensions. If you use Canva and you upload the exact dimensions, it's actually you won't get that reposition because it fits as it is. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and put that one in place and save it. So now you can see there's the cover photo for this particular company page. Once you create the company page, you actually can start posting as the business. And so I do think this is a nice blend. The larger the business you are, depending on the industry you're in, people may follow the business and but also follow you. I definitely think that this is a great tool, and I do think that it can work. I also think that it just adds more dimension to you showing up on the platform, and there's a lot of depth there. I know that some very large thought leaders, Marie Forleo, for example, she publishes content on her page or her own personal profile, but also as the business company profile as well. So there you go. That's just kind of a quick little rundown. Another thing that it allows you to do is it allows you to create hashtags. And so it's going to give you an option to create hashtags, and these hashtags are actually going to help you see content as your business page, but also potentially trend as your business page when you use these hashtags. So again, these are just a little menu over here, lets you kind of add additional features, but you want to get all the way across to this into this bar. I'm not going to do it for the sake of this video. I really just wanted to show you how to get started. And so there you have it, my friends. And now that we've created that company profile, now what we can do is we can go back to our profile and we can now edit this current position because now we have a profile here. So it's actually pretty easy to change this. Once I click it, because it's the exact same name, it's actually going to go ahead and make a suggestion here. But if you were starting from scratch and created a company profile and you hadn't listed your current business in your personal profile, you would just start typing and it would show up right there. It would start to show up a menu for you. So now I'm going to select that. I'm going to click save. And now as you can see, I've got a logo and a clickable business. So it looks real and legit. And there we are. And that is how you create a company page. And then of course, add it to your personal profile, which is key.